Hello everybody, welcome to another junk journal process or junk journal with me video. This video was actually filmed straight after the previous pages in my previous junk journal video, so if you're wondering why the desk is already a bit of a mess, that is why. This video as well, I think this is going to be my last video in this journal. It's pretty much full now. I have a couple of blank pages which I think I'm just going to fill with, you know, a bit of writing, a couple of stickers, nothing really worth filming, and then hopefully I will get around to doing a flip through and I will also be in my next journal. So starting out with these pages, that pocket was already there and I just put some washi on the white area just to tone it down a bit. I wasn't loving that white colour. And then on this postcard here, now this is a postcard that I went to put in one of my junk journaling kits when I was putting one together to send out, and these are these vintage postcards that are in one of those postcard books, but I wasn't paying attention and I totally ripped it and I was like, well, I can't send that out in the kit, I use it for myself. And I was wanting to journal kind of about some new fountain pens that I bought because I'm sad like that, and that postcard is actually of Mont Blanc, the mountain, and obviously Mont Blanc is a really famous fountain pen maker. Not that I have one, obviously, like I just have cheap little Lamy Safaris and like a cheap one, that a couple of cheap ones that I found in a drawer of my dad's that haven't been used for decades and stuff. So, but I just thought it would be funny to use a postcard of Mont Blanc to talk about fountain pens because that's the kind of person I am. Anyways, I also, so when you buy a Lamy Safari or possibly other Lamys, I don't know, from the shop Cult Pens, they send it to you in like a little grey box, and they also send flat packed the actual Lamy box, which is that navy blue thing with the sort of slats in it. I've got in shot, and I thought, well, I'm not going to use the box because I'm just not going to use it because I want to use the pen, but I kind of want to use this as something because I kind of like it, and I thought what I'd do is make a pocket out of it. So I cut the tabs off the top and the bottom, and then I was really bending it and folding it along the score lines to make it a lot flatter because obviously it's created to become a nice sturdy box. So really bent around those score lines to so it wouldn't be stick out, be too 3D. And I decided to fold it in the way where you see the slats up the sides rather than directly in the middle, but perhaps I'll make another pocket with the holes down the middle because I have a few of these boxes. I closed the bottom with a little bit of glue and then also some washi, and then I've cut this tag, or created this little tag, quite a slim one, I think it's just under 2 inches wide, to pop in that little pocket, and I just think that looks super cute how you can see the tag underneath it. The tag was made with some packaging, which I've said this before, but I use this packaging in pretty much most of my junk journal process videos. I backed it with some paper and then made a hole with my We Are Memories crocodile, put some twine through, and then I'm going to journal on the back of that. I don't think I do that in this video. No, I don't. I'll tell you for why, because I only added writing onto that little tag yesterday evening, but you'll see that when I do the flip through. And then inside the pocket and on the opposite page, I'm just using some of my printables here. These are from the Handwritten Antique set. They're available both as printables and as physical items to buy, and I thought as I was kind of journaling about pens and handwriting, these would be very, you know, these would work well with everything going on. So I glued that square one inside that pocket underneath that little flap where I made the Lamy pocket, and then I've got this other one which just has a little bit of handwriting in the top. It was from the front of a very old book, and it's got someone's name and a year, and then it's crossed out, and then someone else has put their name in the year, and the year's like, one year's 1840 something that's been crossed out, and the next one says 18, I don't know, something later. So just ripped up some pretty washi. I think that's a Tim Holtz washi set, the butterfly one, I'm gonna say. And then, yeah, just added that around the edges, and then added a vellum floral sticker to the bottom. That's just stolen from shop stock kind of thing I add to my junk journaling kits. And then I've just put that more square one that I'm looking at a tiny little screen on my Mac right now, so I cannot read what that says, but just that lovely square of handwriting that's dated January something at the bottom. And then just on this little flap of this pocket, I've just added a couple of little stickers, just from my little sticker flake stash. One's a diary and one's a notebook, or just something like that. Went with the whole theme, and then just tearing up little bits and pieces of washi to add around the edges of these little handwritten pieces. And then I think I just add a little bit of a writing sticker onto there. So I think for now that's these pages done. I am going to go back and do something on those in a bit. Those pages I was just showing, those are ones that I did off camera a while back. I think I posted them on Instagram a few days ago, so if you're interested in seeing them in more detail, you can see them on there. And then where I had stuck some stuff on the vellum, obviously on the other side of the vellum page, you can just see the back of those things. So I wanted to add things onto the other side of the vellum just to cover up the reverse of the other things. So I have that really pretty just little piece of note paper, the blue thing, no idea where that is from, and then this little thing I've fussy cut from Daphne's Diary, I think, a very, very old one, just with the wine and the wine glasses and the grapes. And you can see there I'm using a cup full of pens to keep it keep the page down and in place, because it was very bulky at this point and very hard to put things down. And I do have one of those proper things you can use to keep pages open, but for some reason I forgot about it when I was doing this spread, but the cup worked just fine. I also added a little rub on onto that little section there with the wine bottle. I don't actually know where that's from, just from the old stash. And then there's just like a little insert bit, just a little white piece of paper that's just been sewn into the signature. And then what I glued onto that, if you saw a scrapbook process I did a couple of weeks ago with the Dovecraft Secret Garden collection, I had done a load of second generation stamping, and that piece of paper was just from a memo pad where I did all the first generation stamping. So I kept it because I thought it looked quite pretty, and I've glued it onto there. And then what I did on the other side is I just grabbed a pretty journaling card with some flowers on, because I'm doing it quite florally on these pages, and I wrote a verse of my favourite poem. If you haven't seen any of my junk journal process videos before, sometimes when I feel like writing but can't think of anything to write, I add a verse of my favourite poem, and I think I'm on verse 7 of 36 at the moment, so the poem is not going to fit in this entire journal. And then there I was adding just a couple of bits from my shop, some little bits from the Watercolour Florals collection, that little quote I added on that stamped page, and just a little flower die cut. And then on this page, what have I done? So I had a random book page from Pride and Prejudice, so I've just torn off the top of that, just the bit that says Pride and Prejudice, because it's quite a well-known book title, and went around the edges of that with vintage photo distress oxide, popped that up the top, and then I've just got a cluster of bits and bobs down the bottom here, a journal card which I sort of fussy cut to keep the more pretty bits on it, a random scrap of paper behind that, some stickers, mostly I think vellum stickers, a butterfly one and a floral one. Again, those are the kind of things that get put in my junk journal kits. And then I'm just adding some journaling on that page, just dated it and just did, you know, just some very everyday journaling. It's not particularly private, so I haven't worried about covering it up, which I do with some of my journaling, but this one isn't, yeah, it's not too private, this one. And then I thought I'd go back and figure out something to write on that page. And as I just journaled about spending all my money on fountain pens and inks, I just added like righted? That's not a word. Goodness me, it's very hot. I can't word today. I just wrote down different nib sizes that I have at the moment and different ink colours and stuff. And I'm just showing you there some areas I've got to journal and put some stuff on. I have since done that. And then there's only a few pages left to fill. So yes, there we go. That is this spread complete. Thank you so much as always for watching. I will leave links to things I can use, where I can link them, in the description box below, as well as stuff from my shop that I've used. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Chat to me down in the comments, and I am going. Thanks again. Bye bye.